that Peter will be, irrespective of whatever they throw at him, he will still win. A man who repaired the governor's office with 43 million, if I'm correct, or 48 million against 298, and the governor's lodge with 81 million against 486 million, saving the taxpayers money a lot. Regardless of in what bad light they want to portray him, they are not going to succeed because the P2B evangelism, it's on, morning cry everywhere in Nigeria, and I'm glad it's happening. And we just keep pushing, keep educating the minds of the people, even those on the opposition. We need to win them over. They are not our enemies; they are our brothers and sisters. The ones that are our enemies are the ones that they actually want to vote for, who don't know what they are up to. So that's all I have to say. I yield the floor back to you, and God bless.
Thank you very much. Nobody's our enemy. We are all one, but we will be having enemies. Those ones that does not want the country to go forward is the enemy of the country. And once you are enemy of the country, you are indirectly you are an enemy of the progressive. Those greedy ones, those thuggery like disrespectful Honorable Ephraim, the man representing Igwebe, Idigo no go quarters. It's an enemy to Nigerian citizen. It's an enemy to Edo citizen. It's an enemy to Esa land. He said, you are from Benin. You are from Benin. Meaning, this is Esa land. You cannot come from Benin. And the money he's using to pacify that project is from the government house in Benin. So we will say we don't have enemy, but it's an enemy to us here, to us tomorrow, to us the day after tomorrow. So on that note, we'll be calling on Mr. CM. Yes, Mr. CM, it's your turn. Please talk to us.
Okay, good evening, leftist, and good evening, everybody. Our protocols duly observed. For today's, let me start with what the short video clip about Obasanjo. You see, what Obasanjo was trying to say, or we all know, or most people will understand, what he's trying to say is that when he said you do not reinforce failure, I don't know, I think that was a couple of years ago he said it. But what he said then is still relevant today. APC government is a total failure. If you want to understand the calamity that is befalling Nigeria now, if you want to understand the depth Nigeria has sunk to,
Oh God.
you must have to only I do not. It was spoken in Igbo language. The governor of Anambra State, I think he was talking to whether his cabinet or just a concerned group of Anambra indigenes at Government House Oka. That should be either yesterday, today is 3rd, or 2 days ago, either on the 1st or 2nd of July. He called them, he spoke it in Igbo, but I translate. He said, the oil money from Nigeria has finished. He said for the month of February, March, April, May, and the June of this last month, June, that is making 5 months. Say no money was remitted by NNPC to federal account, whereby states go every month to go and share. I'm quoting the governor of Anambra. I have the short video this thing in my mobile phone, but it was spoken in Igbo, so there's no point bringing it. But I know such things cannot be a lie. So he told them that what Nigeria is relying on now is revenue from custom duties and maybe some tax paid by some companies, or industries that are still functioning. So in other words, the normal every month you send your accountant general or commissioner for finance to Abuja to go and bring a check, whereby you use it to start paying salaries and pensions and all those things. He said since February they've not shared anything from NNPC, the money NNPC remits. So that is to tell you how bad things has become. But then, people that like putting spin on every negative news will come and tell you and say otherwise. That's why P2B keeps saying that what they are sharing has finished. If we remember when he went to the House, I think the House of Senate, it as the dress senators, he was telling them, say, look, what you people are sharing every month, say it has finished. That they are now borrowing the future of your children. So with the what Governor Soludo said either 2 days ago or yesterday has gone to reinforce what Obi was saying. And then the irony of it all is that you will understand that if there is any time Nigeria should make money from crude oil sales, it is now. Because Russia, the key supplier to most European nations, is not supplying them, not because they do not want, but because they want to use their NATO solidarity not to patronize Russia. So most countries are looking elsewhere. Therefore, Nigeria should have been the best market for them. But then I cannot say that I'm not sure that Nigeria did not realize money at all. But you know what is this government? They could have shared it without even putting it into the federation account, whereby the 36 states will share it. So that is I want people to even research this more so that maybe in future we discuss it. From February till June, 4 months, there was no money remitted by any NPC. So that tells you how bad things are. And then does it coincide with since 4 months that ASU has been on strike? It might be. You see, which brings me to what options do we have? The option now before the Nigerian people is they've taken, I think I watched a rally either in Benin or either Ring Road or somewhere. People were saying we have to take our future in our hands now, get your PVC, and then for the first time, you do what you've been avoiding to do. The good thing about all this is that though there's a gloomy hope pervading the country, but the good news about it all is that P2B is an excellent candidate. He has done it before, and this is a man that we use a personal example. He will show it. Like he said, if he did not, whatever money that will be taken in government but to be embezzled, it is the money he will approve. He said if he did not add his own, take from it, maybe his wife, his kids, his friends, then you won't be able to take because he is the person to approve it. So that is why such a man cannot come at cannot come at a better time than now. So we should seize the opportunity. More so when the opposition is already campaigning for him, albeit inadvertently by what Obaseki governor, my man Governor Andrew Godwin Obaseki is saying, telling people that obedience is in every home in Edo State, and that APC and PDP people are no longer flying to their patronage, so to speak. So we now have an opportunity to change the system, but then we still have a good 5 or 6 months to endure this rubbish, so that by May next year we now have a sense of direction, and then start making a headway, and then say know where we are going. So now somebody will ask me, what is the Tinubu option? I think the issue of Tinubu, people has been it has been over belabored, if I may say so. People are following Tinubu because of what he will vomit. That is the money. That's all. They know he's not capable. I've thrown a challenge here, and I know people are listening. Tinubu is Yoruba by ethnic nationality. Let us for once assume the Yorubas that I know, the way they pride excellence, particularly in education and advancement. Let's say the Yoruba nation all of them, is an independent country under the United Nations. Will somebody like Tinubu ever aspire to be a prime minister, lead, or president of Yoruba? Will they even? In fact, he won't. An average Yoruba person knows this, and I can I can put a bet on it. If you ask, say the Yoruba is a different country of its own, will they even look in the direction of Tinubu? They won't. So why are they? I'm not against them. Tinubu, I can't see somebody who pocketed Lagos State and be proud of it. He has no means of livelihood, and every month you go and collect rent from Lagos State. It is Tinubu that will, through alphabet, that will declare how much he collected. If he collects 100 naira, he may say it's 50. And out of that 50, he takes his 15%. And the remis start, maybe he'll drop start. So what are we talking about? Is that the type of every month Lagos State government must make some billions of naira, say 20, 30, 40 billion from IGR. So Tinubu takes 15%. So he's sure of about 5 billion, 6 billion every month without doing anything. And he's been doing this since, apart from other things. And then he's coming to be your president. Let's leave issue of every other thing, his health alone. Look at a man with such a flawed character. How can we be talking? Are we going forward? Are we going backwards? For somebody to even be thinking of Tinubu as a person that can be president of the country, it's not worth it. Meanwhile, the youth should know that you don't have to depend on somebody whose age you can't ascertain. It is difficult for say Tinubu, we want to know who you are. You will say you are this. What is your local government? You don't know. What name were you answering in Chicago? What name did you answer at what is it called? Mobile Oil, where you work there. Then what name are you answering now? What date of birth? I mean, how can, with all this scandal here and there, and people are still talking about it. Now, as per Atiku will advance Fulanization. I can bet my life on it. His complicit silence since 2015 that the Fulanis are devastating everywhere in Nigeria, he keeps quiet. He just goes to Dubai. He will advance Fulanization. They know what they are doing. Probably Buhari did it in the most violent way. Atiku will consolidate it. He's not going to stop nepotism. He may change one or two things, but underground, they think where they do it what they call in football. What you have, you hold. Atiku will advance Fulanization. It's as simple as that. And they look at a man and look at the testimonial that Obasanjo gave of him. So when you are talking to Nigerians, they have to think: are we going forward or do we want to go backwards? That is the issue. So these two are not even an option. And they are not even an option. So the P2B choice is just so crystal clear. It's just for people now to keep praying that let 25th, let February be a question of 2 or 3 weeks in time. Then they vote all this government because we still have about 4 or 5 months to endure them. So the hope is there. I keep preaching hope rather than fear. The hope is there. They say the hunger that you have hope of cannot kill you. Yes, the country has been messed up. Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world. Out of no highest number of out of school children since 4 months. The youth at home, they are not going to university. More than 100 million people in abject poverty. Unemployment is almost hitting 100 million. So what are we talking about? The country is melting away, collapsing. But we pray that whatever it is, let's hang on the balance until this man comes in. So these are one of the things you have to talk. And then, given the impunity that is pervading the country since 2015 or thereabout, I think that is what gave the chap who says he's representing, I just have to delve into this a little bit, who is representing the Igweben constituency in Edo State, somebody who should be an apostle of rule of law, an apostle of order and discipline, is authorizing people to go and beat up a journalist who is even a plus to him. He should have even called the journalist, oh, you went to cover Yes, come. Yes, work is going on. It's still in progress. All this will, you should have spoken to the person. I said, it looks, maybe the journalist may say, this looks substandard. He said, look, when I finish it, you will see the way it is. Can't you see we are working? That is the way you should have played the politics. In that case, because you may look at the work is substandard, yes. But until he finishes it and commissions it, then you come, because he can still change things. But for him to be such a hostile person, I do not like it. I mean, it beggars belief. I'm really surprised that he behaves like a military man in the barracks, ordering people to beat off a person. But thank God that Niger Watch is not another government sponsored channel. So from what I listened to yesterday and then this thing, in fact, I must confess, he told you I have to look for your number. I thought you were the person when I had leftist, and I called the number they gave me. In fact, I stored it on my distance as leftist Itoya. I said I want to reach you, even if you can be by the bedside, you pick the phone. Let me tell you, CM is in solidarity. I'm wishing you, quick recovery. But I now learned that you are not the person. But all the same, whoever, I do not know the leftist they meant, but from what we are saying, from the good wishes people have expressed, and then the hope that a senior advocate of Nigeria, a prominent legal luminary, will be handling the case. So I think this will be a case study on what not on how not to look down on the voice of the people, because all he tried to do, when I watched this now, I wasn't so happy. The man looks very, very uncouth, and look at the swagger, the way he was carrying himself, the way he was asking questions. Who are you? You are doing a job. All you should have done was an opportunity for you to explain, even call the person, say, look, let me book an interview with you. Can you come in next week? I have something doing, then we can discuss. I mean, that is where you do. You call you get to him, not to order him who sent him. Why shouldn't it be? Somebody must send him, because remember, you are holding public trust. And when you are a custodian of public trust, the public, they have every right to demand for accountability from you. And that is what exactly the journalists came to do. You are doing the job not from your salary, but from the constituency allowance given to you to help the people of your constituency. So anybody can come there and then see what is going on. It's an open something, it's not hidden. All you should have done was explain the situation, the work in progress, something is going on, and then all the fears, you answer the question very well. And then the person will say, okay, I have an appointment, you come back. But in that part of the world, is not done. So he felt that he's the lord of the manor. You can't talk to me. Who is he? Beat him up. Why are you beating him up to? What will you gain? In the end, I think he will be answering from the law enforcement agency. If I don't know the situation, I don't know how far things has gone, but from what I listened so far, and then since yesterday, I've been following up from the clips. I think other members of the House of Assembly who must have thought of doing similar things will now sit back and say, look, I had better caution myself. First of all, he deserved to lose his job first. For a start, he deserved to lose his job. That is the first thing first. So because he hasn't got the temperament to serve the public. He hasn't shown the example. I don't know his background, but he should lose his job. There should be a by-election immediately. So to remove him, if there's a way to do it, then before the proceedings will now go on, because that is unheard of. We only hear of beating journalists, breaking their camera during the military era. You don't do such things. He introduced himself. At most, you talk to him. That's all. You book an interview, say, look, okay, come to my office and so let me brief you. I have certain files to share with you. That's all you need to be saying. Then the chap will say, okay, meanwhile, this, you cover it. As long as you've not commissioned the project, you can still claim work is in progress. Yes, somebody can say, I'm still doing it, but not to go and beat up the person. In fact, he lacks finesse and diplomacy. In fact, he's not supposed to. He hasn't got the character to serve the public, let alone be a politician. And is so appalling. It's very, very disappointing indeed. So I'm so much pained by it. I'm so much pained. It makes somebody think and say, look, I thought I mean, we've passed this stage. And then to worsen it all, a state like Edo, because I always say it here, if there should be a way swap a state allegiance. I don't know. It should be Edo State for reasons because I couldn't make it to University of Benin when in those days I missed my cutoff. So I wanted to. I love everything in Edo. So it's like somebody touching me. So I have a personal love for that state, and because it's a state that is where you see people that are really liberal in terms of when I mean liberal, they are quite liberal, very open minded and then easygoing. So I do not see why such a thing should happen. Particularly not that I wish it on any other state, but that the being a Edo state, I felt I wasn't quite happy. And then when I heard that it was leftist, I just have to say, look, I need to speak to leftist. I didn't know it was another leftist. So all in all, I think the Obi movement is on track. No shaking the way they say. Whatever is happening now is a plus. Obasanjo's side comment is a plus. The faltering in PDP is a plus. The Tinubu saga, the the Tinubu saga and all those things, certificate issue is also a plus to P2B. And moreover, P2B, I think he has adopted what people are expecting him to do. He's now speaking directly to the youths, giving them hope that things will change. So that is the most important thing. And then the PVC collection, people are far more, enthusiastic to get their PVC and then to be ready so that when they are called upon to perform their civic responsibilities, they won't be found wanting, and then they know the road to go. It's my only hope and prayer is that God, let this suffering not go beyond this, so that people should be alive to witness a new dawn. I yield the floor for another person. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, it's leftist. I'm also
Okay,
we are
left this
almost the
time.
same. Yes, we're almost the same thing, the same idea, leftist movement, and all that. Honorable from Alue Bose
Yeah.
would definitely know that it's not everybody you see on the street you beat. That's to show that this is what they've been doing to people. That's why people were afraid to talk. If you watch before he came on, a lot of people refrained. They didn't want to talk. They'll say no, they don't want to talk. Because they'll be subjected to fear. They'll be subjected to oppression. That's why people are running away. For how long will we continue like this? So we're still going to be waiting. By now, as I said, I would have expected that Edo State government would have issued a statement pertaining such character that have got better. Would they? No, because they are all the same. It's a disgrace to the people in the House of Assembly. But I just want to remind him, or anybody that is close to him, to tell him that he's just signed. He just hand off. This is the end of his political career. He has just killed it. I'm not talking because I'm just talking. He did it openly now. Everybody saw it. Eh? One of the chief speaker before did something like this, but not beating. Through practices and taking bribe to go against the people. We cried on him. We exposed him. And today, he's jobless. Political career dead. Yes. So,
Just let me chip this in. It just came to my mind. You see, what the dishonorable member did is only that probably in Nigeria, people do not see such a position. That probably this is why Obi said nobody deserves to be called honorable or distinguished or whatever, because they've not done anything. What he has done was to write his name on the gallery of shame. I do not see why somebody should leave his constituency and then you, in your constituency, you came to be you started beating up somebody in your presence. Are you ordering people. Who are you to order somebody to beat up somebody? First of all, the people you use as thugs. Anyway, well, I'm not a legal practitioner, but I know a lot of things will be opened up as when the case comes up for prosecution. Thank you.
yes, he was calling. Where is my phone? Call my boys. Call my boys. Come, give me my phone. Call my boys for me. Why the other man was already behind. That man, they knew what they want to do. The man went behind and started leeching. Like if it is banned, there's no problem. Yes. Well,
It's a
so
shame.
Siobara, talk to us, please.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate your good work and everything you have been doing on this great platform.
Thank you very much,
First
sir.
of all, I felt so bad when I heard the issue this morning from one of the comedians too. He was posting it on his page. Was not happy about it. So before people bring it up here again, and this our politician for you. I wish this guy is here to Niger. I would have loved to really relate this issue with to Niger because you keep on saying something that we should be asking questions. We should be asking questions, hold these leaders accountable. You see them? Whenever you ask questions, whenever you do any investigation about the work they assign them to do, they will either beat you up or they send people after you. Thank God this is how it ended in regards to the guys' heads. If it were to be other means now, they would have done something difficult, you know. But I hope the law will take its course because that guy acted very bad. The so-called whether honorable they call them, I don't know.
This honorable, don't call him honorable. Which honorable?
The
This
so
honorable here from Alu Bosse.
exactly, and it does not represent us. That is not how we behave. You know, it's so unfortunate. That is not how we behave. Well, I want to use this opportunity to really beg each and every one of us to take this matter to the next level. They will be thinking that because they are in one or two places that they can do anything otherwise. We will take it up. We will be here
No, I
for
think
them.
they are above the law.
Yes, they will be thinking they
They
are
are
above the
above the
law.
law, really. Kind
So
of.
we'll take it up from here. Seriously, I'm not sincere with you. It doesn't matter where he's from, whether it's from my region or wherever. I don't care. Whoever that do evil or do anything bad to the people of Nigeria will also be dealt with accordingly. It's very important we do that. And regarding the first video you showed, regarding that man that normally do some analysis on TVC, I'll be carefully monitoring that man. He's a man that speaks the truth because he said the movement, though he is not in support of some of his idea, but you cannot take the truth away from what is happening in Nigeria today. Obi movement is really something that you cannot really. Even me myself, I never thought it would generate to this level. Even Obi and other people. But today the movement as in is moving, is getting momentum every day by day.
Tiobala, I will tell you something.
Yeah.
Jide, if you say you follow Jide all the time, you know that Jide, yes, he says the truth, but he has a way of supporting this government. Yes, I will tell you the truth. That's it.
You will
And
not take that away from that. That is the more reason. Where is it working? It's not TVC.
no, they just invite him. I don't.
Not just see if you watch.
He's a guest.
I say okay. Have you seen that man being interviewed in channels or Arise? He's always on TVC. Who on TVC?
Oh yes.
So you will not expect it to be as if for even to even speak to that extent. Show that man is a man to reckon with. You know what he's doing. So that is just by the way, and I'm really happy with the momentum with the way things are going today. Because most of them never believe it will generate to this extent. To the extent that some people were even betting money in 2 weeks' time. That was about a few months ago or a month plus now. Obi movement will fade off. Obi movement will do this and that. But today now they still keep on discussing Obi on their platform and everywhere you go. People are getting converted every day by day. Every day by day. And the most important thing is that why are we following this man? Why are we clamoring for this man? You know, because we just want Igbo person to rule or we want any other person to rule. Because of this man have lived a good life before now, a legacy. Imagine being a governor. He's the only governor in Nigeria today or ex-governor who are refused to be collecting the so-called allowance. If you calculate all the money they are receiving after their 8 years or 4 years tenure, you will be shocked. But Obi being whom he is or who he is or whatever, he has been able to say no, this money can be channeled to other area of education, another aspect of life in the state. Such a man is to be reckoned with. Okay, is it the angle of education where he has been able, at least in your secondary school day, for those people who lives in Anambra, who school in Anambra, in the secondary school day, they were being exposed to computer. They have internet in their various secondary school. Is that not amazing? Most of us here were able to have access to internet during our university days. Yes, but this man make it available to the poorest of the poor. He was able to link all the roads to their villages, so that those people farming with their crops, they'll be able to sell it well and be able to earn a living. These are what we talk about. So someone is developing a nation. He didn't even finish from there. He was developing human. He was not just building strong man as the other people do, installing governor in different states. No, that's not how to build a nation. If you want to build a nation, build people. It's not just for you to go and raise one man in one community in case you want to contest. You not person now use your own agbero to work for you. No, give us an enabling environment for our business to grow. This is a man who supported the innocent. In Nigeria today, we have Nigerian-made car, Innocent Motor. He used his own influence. He ensured that he did not only bring that man to Anambra, he patronized it by buying different types of vehicle, from Innocent Motor. What are we not saying? He encouraged both local and people in their community. These are the reasons why people are following this man. So no matter what, not that we really need a better change. That's the more reason I'm appealing to each and every one of us. Try reach out to your family member, because we cannot allow to leave all this kind of the so-called dishonorable and all those presidents like Buhari or whatever to take over a Nigerian government again. It will be very unfair. Regarding to Obasanjo interview, these are people who are seeing life. These are people who knows in and out of this so-called the presidential aspirant, called Tinubu or Atiku. They know what they are capable of doing. They know their present and past life. So for them to have come out now, start telling Nigerians, say these people are not worth it. We should take correction from, otherwise we will still be living in the past. We have to take this nation back. One of the way where we can do it is for us to start electing the right candidates right now, voting the right people into the right office. We cannot just allow them to go there. They will not, at the end of the day, we will not be demanding this is what we want, this is what we want. Person did not even know how he entered that power. How can you be demanding something from him or her? So there's more reason for you to be able to demand anything from any government. You must be the one that elect that person in that office. If you fail to do what you are demanding, you still have that power to remove him. So I'm urging each and every one of us, let's do that. Let's do this, because it's our own responsibility for us not to find ourselves in this their maladministration anymore. Let's do something very vital for this movement. And in all, I really appreciate the work you guys are doing here, and I want you people to keep us updated regarding what happened in Igwebe local government also. Please, we would like to follow up no matter the case and know what is going on. Thank you, Mr. Leffit.
Thank you very much, Tiobala. Would have been calling on Eugene. It's like we lost it. It's no more here. So we'll just go straight to Charles. Charles, please talk to us. Charles, please talk to us.
Yeah, my brother, I'm here. Thank you. How is everything? I've been listening actually. You see, concerning our politicians, especially what happened in the politician that called his boss to be the journalist. You see, the problem we have, these guys, they have never seen themselves as servant. They have not seen themselves that it is these people that employ me. They see themselves as our bosses, that we are their servant. It is the other way around, because it's imagine you are carrying on a project, and a journalist is coming to at least cover it. It should be a random. It's supposed to be a plus to you, and it's supposed to be an advantage for you. It's supposed to be an opportunity that you will use to advertise yourself. Eh? Even if the job was you are not doing what you're supposed to, it's supposed to be an opportunity for you to paint your job very well. Many people think that you are doing the job, but what happened? It became an opportunity for him to use the journalist to show his muscle, like every other politicians, to prove that he can do. Then in Nigeria, you can do whatever you want to do. Nothing will happen. We are above the law. We are the politicians. The masses they have no right. That is it. That's what happened to Nigeria. So I pray that all these things will come to an end. I pray that people will rise up against all these things and fight fight against them and put these people to their position. You know about this guy Obasanjo case and what he said. Anyone who is like taking what Obasanjo say, ignoring it's just waste. He don't know what he is doing, because the man had been a military president, has been a civilian head, has been a head of state and a civilian president. So I think he knows more about Nigeria, and whatever he is saying, we're supposed to take it serious. We all know whatever he said about Atiku. Atiku has nothing to offer Nigeria. He has nothing. Atiku was once his vice president, his vice. You know Atiku. He knows what happened when they came from US to investigate Atiku. Because he did not allow that, because he said he don't want to. It will look somehow that his government are being investigated. He tried to cover it up. And knowing much about this man, I don't think, as someone who has conscience, he wouldn't allow such a man to impose himself on Nigerians. He wouldn't allow that. Atiku is like someone say, if Atiku become a president of Nigeria, Buhari will be worse than Atiku. I mean, Atiku will be worse than Buhari. This Fulanization of Nigeria, he will do his own on a subtle way. Buhari is just doing it. People are, Atiku will do his own on a subtle. Before you know it, he has taken over. And this is nepotism. We are talking about, he will do it, because these guys, they have one agenda. If they don't have one agenda, why is it that in the whole North, why is it that they have suppressed the other ethnic groups in the North? Suppress them, that they will never have voice. If they have good agenda for Nigerians, if a Fulani man has good agenda for Nigeria, why have they suppressed other ethnic groups in the North? Wherever you go, anytime we are looking for the best in the North, it must be a Fulani man. We shouldn't make that mistake again. We shouldn't make it again. About Tinubu, I know Tinubu is not only if it is money. He has stolen enough. He has stolen a lot. He has stolen a lot. Imagine somebody that makes billions of naira from without working for it. You sit down in your home, billions of naira just coming in your account. I think, as it is today, if I can calculate, if I'm to calculate why Tinubu wants to be a president, just to make a name, just let me be in that position. The wife, if you will watch all of us watch what the wife has been doing in the Senate, and how desperate that woman is just to be a first lady. Even if Tinubu wants to go back, that woman will not allow him. That woman will continue to be pushing him, because he wants to be a first lady by all means. He want to be moving with a Nigerian this presidential jet. She need it. So anyone saying Tinubu will not go back. But all I want to say, Nigerians, let us tell ourselves the truth. Tinubu has managed Lagos for over because he was governor of Lagos State since about 12 years ago or more than that. Up to today, he is still a governor of Lagos State because all the governors that are being installed in Lagos State, it is Tinubu that installed them, and they are answerable to him. They are his loyalists. Tinubu's word is a law in Lagos. Laws are being made under Tinubu's name, and it is carried out. So anyone who is saying Tinubu is not, he was a Lagos State governor years back, and they're not saying it now, the person is lying. Tinubu is still a Lagos State governor up to today because he controlled the Lagos State resources up to today. So we have all seen how Lagos is. Lagos is one of the mega cities in Nigeria. Compared with other mega cities in the whole world, we can see how is Lagos State. Can Lagos State be compared? Can Lagos be measured with Johannesburg in South Africa? No. Place like Rwanda? No. Is there any good things apart from Tout, Aburu, that have been paraded themselves in the Lagos used by Tinubu? So all of us, we should be careful. We should know that this guy has nothing to offer us. He is somebody that, if he is a genuine man, all this problem of certificate and so many of them, they have come up on the air and clear himself. He will have come up and clear himself. It's not compulsory that you must go to primary school before you get, secondary before you get a WAEC. There are other means you can get all these things. If you have gotten them through other means, come up on the air and clear it. He didn't go to university. You can't tell me that he went to university and get a degree just like that. There must be something, certificate you tender that made the university accept you. All the places you still claim that you've worked, like Mobile, how did you? Is there no qualification that you used to apply those jobs? Where are they? Why are you? What are you hiding? What are you hiding? So such a man can never. We never. If we tell ourselves the truth, the only people I'm just like today, the Yoruba people. Most of them, I know that not all of them, because I've asked so many of them a question. If Nigeria is your company, your business, private business, and you're looking for a manager, a good manager to manage your company, and there are three options: Tinubu, Atiku, and the Peter Obi. Which of them will you employ based on their profile, based on what they have done, based on how they have lived their private life after being investigated, after you have finished investigating them? Will you employ Tinubu? None of them has given me the answer. I kept quiet. I don't want to continue about that. So about Peter Obi, all I want to say, Peter Obi is a movement. A really movement. Before, people were saying, I thought, even me, I never know that Peter Obi today will still be. This movement will continue. I was thinking maybe at a time it will stop. But today I am seeing the reality. Today I have seen people on their own spending their money, giving their resources, making out their time. This is what other politicians are paying for. This is what other politicians are recruiting people for. At the end of the day, they will bring the receipt for reimbursement. But this man, people are volunteering. People are painting their house. People are printing T-shirts. People are printing so many things in the name of P2B, just to make sure that they reach to the lowest people. So I think anyone who is saying that if it is on just a social media, why are they panicking? Why are they panicking? Because I asked someone, you guys say it's a social media, then why are you guys complaining? If as a man somebody is doing something, I know that I'm very sure this thing is not going to affect me. I will just overlook it for you to be making noise. But at the end of the day, I know you are making noise. But if that thing is making waves, that's when I will be shaking, panicking. Know that I have to do something. I have to do something. But as long as you guys are making us panicking, that means it's making waves. So we shouldn't allow what people are saying or their propaganda. We shouldn't allow them because they know that this time it won't be like other years. All we should be saying here every day that we should be telling our people wherever there are PVC, if there are no machines for PVC, we ask our people and try to reach out to those that we can reach out so that they can help them and get their PVCs. That's all I want to say now. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, yes. It's true. Tinubu, somebody should mute himself. Who is that? Who is that? Siobala, could it be you? Anyway, we'll be going straight to the next person. Tinubu, the Oga of Lagos, want to have Nigeria. Is it possible? Okay, Eva Manet, please talk to us.
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir. Go ahead, sir. Talk to us.
Oh, good evening, my panelists, and good afternoon, good morning. I've been watching this broadcast. It's so fantastic that I wish I would be in Nigeria to see what is really happening physically. It's so amazing what you guys are doing. I must tell you, I must confess that. This is my first time, but I've been listening every day.
Thank you.
You see, yeah. So you guys, I must appreciate you guys.
So where are you joining us from?
I'm calling from Sweden. I'm joining from Sweden.
Sweden. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So let's go straight to the topic about Jide. Jide is a man of people. We can't take that out from him. I listened to Jide and listened to many of them. And when you look at the whole policy, you find out that Jide is almost one of them. You can't bite the finger that fed you. It's impossible. You go to TVC. When the riot started in Lagos
Yeah,
about the
refuse to start
Endsars.
it. So are they online, Sha? Are they online? How make me not pick your call before?
Lefties,
Yes.
mute your this thing now.
Okay, can I continue?
Sir, continue. I have a call. I just muted myself. Continue.
Okay, good. Thank you, Lefty. I was talking about Jide. Jide is a type of person is so sensitive. Jide think very sensibly and acts very sensibly because you can't bite that finger that fed you. It's a mistake. It's very impossible. You can't do that because he work under TVC. You know who owns TVC, which you and I know already. So he must be cautious to speak about this shenanigan concerning the Nigeria politics. So about that, I don't need to go deep about that, which you already understand where I'm going to. And about our Papa, which is Ambassador. Ambassador is the first person that started democracy. That is democracy, whatever they call it in Nigeria. He was the one that started it. But I give him a respect fully, maximum, concerning, then to make a call. I can still remember vividly when that was almost 2001, ended close to 2002. There wasn't a communication. I can still remember because I'm from Epuma. So for us to receive a call, then you have to travel to Benin. and you will be waiting. You'll be on queue. So Obasanjo, yes, I'm telling you, because my senior brother then left Nigeria 1987. Then, if I'm not mistaken, those are the first guys that took the route through Algeria, Morocco, and Ceuta to Spain. So, for us to hear from him, then we have to go to Benin. You queue on that night, or what they call that company there. So Obasanjo did something that was very amazing. He could be able to bring this MTN, Econet, all this stuff. Then we could be able to communicate. It was still very expensive, but at the same time, at least it was considerable. It was in a considerable level. You know, that not everybody, but we could enjoy it in some way, somehow. You know, that is for Baba. Baba know who he work with, which is Atiku, going to Atiku stuff. Atiku is the person importing generator to Nigeria today. So you cannot expect anything. You can't give what you don't have. You know, it's so obvious. You can't give what you don't have. And secondly, this guy is so desperate. You know, desperation can get you, it can make you go crazy. This guy is so desperate to rule Nigeria. Nigeria is not a personal company. This is a country of about 220 million, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if they do their next census, it should be 215, approximately 215, 210 million people. You are just trying hard. After you've been vice president, for 8 years, you've been almost 2 years governor of Borno State, Abi Adama wife, if I'm not mistaken. So you see, these are not the guys to be trusted this time around. And the age coupled with their age. It's like a Milocon. A Milocon, how can you just come to public? You measure such a word. That is my turn. As if Nigeria is a potato, you have to divide and put it inside the pot. It doesn't work like that. You see? So about Atiku, and I always listen every day to you guys about debating about Atiku and what they call this man, Tinubu. You know, power. My dad used to tell me, say, power is like salty water. The more you drink, the more you are tasty. You see, they have nothing whatsoever to offer to Nigeria. I bet you this time around. It's just for us to be very, very sensible, very, very careful, because voting for Obi, going for Obi, vying for Obi is a very good way, but we have to really take it with all our heart. It's not just by mere saying. You can see somebody can call you, say, Obi is this. Let's take out that sentiment, that tribal, that ethnicity, bad whatsoever, that religious stuff. Let's take it out. You know, speak the truth to people whosoever in this panel. Let them understand that we need the dividends of democracy right now. The only person that I know, this is my opinion, that I know that can give us that democracy, according to the Western world, they call it democracy, you know, that can give us that democracy. I believe, yes, if not 100%, at least in a considerable level. Because when you look at the whole situation in Nigeria, we are already being lackadaised. We are in the state of lackadaisical locoborious. We are gone. Everything, they have already mortgaged our fourth generation. Because when you look at the budget, we cannot even pay the fuel subsidy. Right now, as I'm talking to you, if we could go back, you know, Obaseki was the first person that raised this issue that Nigeria started printing money. He said it to the what they call it, the central bank, and they denied it. You know, is Obaseki said it just like the way he mentioned, like everybody have obedience in their family. You know, there are things when the man said like 300 words, there are some things you have to pick out of inside those 300 words and form it. Obaseki was the only government that attacked the federal government, that they started printing money, which is not good for the economy. Yes, the inflation in Nigeria today, when you calculate it, you find out that yes, you could imagine someone receiving 30,000 if they are even being paid that 30,000, and the bag of rice in the market today is more than 30,000. You could imagine that. You see, I don't want to dwell in those stuff because everybody all know what is happening. Because I grew up in Ihumudumu, that's my place in Ekboma, Edo State. I know I grew up there. I know what before I travel about some years back. I know what is happening even till now. So you can't tell me that if you send $50 or €100 to your mother or to your father, and I will tell you this can't buy benzene, it can't buy fuel. If your dad is happen to be using a Jeep 6 cylinder, how much is it fuel now? You can't afford it. You know, this obese stuff, anybody who is coming to this panel, because this is a panel that Niger Wash, Mr. Elvis, I give kudos to him, has created to be able to, you know, educate our people. Forget where you come from this time around, because the northern people, I happen to grow up, also lived in northern, in Kaduna and Guashano. You know, my most senior, but say father, say mother, was the paymaster in Nigeria Defense Academy. So I know how the northern people live. You know, they don't live like us. They are so sensitive to that conviction. You know, they are very puritanical conviction is too powerful, you know, to be convinced. So that's why we need someone. Anything we are discussing in this panel should be, you know, scrutinized so that we don't make that effect that you are this, oh, he's an Igbo man, he's an Isha man, he's an Edo man, he's a Benin man. No, we should be straightforward. We need somebody who is very capable, educated, and know how. You might be educated at the same time when it comes to the job, my brother. You can't do it. Education doesn't give you power. It only gives you know-how. That's why you see a cement man, an Igbo man, or an Isha man who doesn't go to university. He control people who are professors. He pay their salary. You know why? Because one, he's not educated, but he's very, very sensitive when it comes to decision making. That is what we need right now. Obi might be the very finest person we have now because we don't have another one. There are still many. But right now, I must tell you, Obi is the right person we should vie for and go for. But we should do it very, very, very careful. Thank you, my panelists.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Eva
Manest.
Yes, from Sweden. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We'll go to Omobode. Omobode, please talk to us.
Right. Thank you so very much, sir. I want to say good evening to all the panelists from Nigeria. Thank you so very much. Let me quickly say from the depth of my heart, I'm very sorry for the incident that happened to that my, let me use the word bloody brother. I'm very sorry about that. There's this saying in Benin that Ubonovio Kamubukuta I will explain that in English. Now the hand that a little boy or little baby used to hit stone, he will put that hand on his head. So that man he has his hand to his stone. He's going to put that same hand on his head.
Yes.
Mr. CM, thank you so very much for your the way you educate people here. That man, first of all, had to lost his job. If Obaseki doesn't want to speak, not say anything concerning that incident, I know we are more than able to do something on our own. I never want to speak since 3 days ago because I was so much in pain. I was just listening from the background. Even this evening, I don't want to join the part of the panelists, but I just okay. Let me allow these grudges to go. Someone who elected you to be a servant, you won't have right to lift up your hands over him. You have right to lift your hands over him. Even call him, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Kai! Odosha, I don't want to waste much talk on that because I know that Nigeria Watch is more than able. Sars Ama, Atiku, and Tinubu, we should be happy that they are the flag bearer of their party. You know why? If only they allowed what is it called, Wiki as their party, won't be money for Peter Obi. Or let me assume they use is it the vice president now in APC? And let me say that man is a bit. Let me use the word a little integrity. He has a little integrity. Let me use that word. But God has so helped Nigeria this time around by allowing them to choose the wrong candidate. I think we should be grateful for that. Me, I will never pray that Tinubu should resign. Let him continue. He will only have and start voting for him. Average Nigeria in Lagos, they will never do that because I live here in Lagos. Average Nigeria in Lagos, Yoruba woman know that Tinubu should come in as a president of this country. There will be nowhere to be found again. Now, concerning Obasanjo is one of the people that I respect in politics. When it's wrong, he tell you that this thing is wrong. When it's right, tell you it's right. He never want Atiku to come in as their flag bearer in PDP. But yet Atiku manipulate his way to that position. Now the man will have to speak up. He did that even during Jonathan, he did the same thing. So I'm even happy that they choose the wrong candidate themselves. Then to make this work go easy for us and through the strength of God. Now concerning ethnic group or no ethnic group, Sasama, Hausa people, they don't wake up. They don't wake up. The youth don't wake up. I watched someone on YouTube channel who said they should drop. It's from the note. He said they should drop ethnic group aside. That Peter Obi will vote rally in his local government. Peter Obi will vote. Nigeria youth, they don't open eye. They don't open eye. Our prayer that will be praying for this man. Let him get the right person that will work with him as his VP. I'm still praying maybe Kokoso will come back to him because I've seen that the Lord is touching his heart gradually. He's taking off his part now. I know he will drop it aside and work with him. But if you say no, we'll have a better person than he do. Thank you so very much, because I'm not this type I speak much.
Yes, thank you. Kwankwaso should be on his own. I don't even want him to come. He has been so proud, and they say in one of the papers today I read today, he said there's nothing that will make him be vice president to anybody. He was so boastful of it. So we don't need him anymore. There are other people that can come. It's not about Kwankwaso, it's about Peter Obi. So anybody Peter Obi picks in the northern area, I think it will go a long way. So yes, Alex, talk to us. But before then, Mr. Eddie, please, You've been trying to
Mr. Leftist, please, I have
hold
just
on.
5% of my battery. Can I just talk and go, please?
Hold on. You will talk now. Eddie, please put on your camera. I mean your mic. I cannot accept you because you are showing like a ghost. I mean, put on your microphone. You can off your camera so that I can see you as the divers can recognize you, and so we can accept you to the platform. Thank you, because you are just there. I cannot accept you because thank you. Now, thank you.
Can you hear?
So, Alex, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you. It's a very sad time for everybody on the platform. It's a very terrible time since yesterday. It's not been so easy for me to, I'm not in town at the moment. Yeah, and yeah, I want to thank Mr. Evis for all the efforts, Mama Diaspora, everybody on the Nigeria family, and on the WhatsApp and outside the WhatsApp for all the effort. Everybody who contributed, who mounted pressure, who called from different countries, who lambasted that guy's phone with calls and messages. Whether constructive or not, I want to thank all of you, because that guy has lost the respect of Edo people. This is a democracy, and I don't see, I don't know what happened. This is what you get when you have people who do not read, people who do not merit positions, when they bulldoze their way through thuggery and through ballot snatching, through bribery and corruption. This is what you get. What's in a simple interview? Let's assume the work is even a quack work, substandard. You can explain yourself. Probably you are not aware, and you will do something about it. Very simple, and everybody will laugh about it, and you will do your own homework and make sure you correct the lapses. Starting the work was a plus, but the problem was that it's not up to standard, and it was abandoned. That is very simple. People don't read books. They are not prepared for leadership. They are not prepared. They don't even know the meaning of democracy. Some of them can't even recite our national pledge. So it's just a disaster. You see a lawmaker beating up a pressman in a democracy, asking for the numbers of his thugs, raising his hand on somebody. My goodness! In a sane system, the government of the day should have released a statement by now. Unfortunately,
Yes,
they will tell us our governor is not around. I can remember when tipper driver people were having issues, our governor was not around. I can tell you when forest wood dealers were having problems and they brought a protest, our governor is not around. Every time it's always our governor is not around when there's issues. Where's our governor always going to? I know he's a governor, he has right to travel. At least, I don't know, I cannot comment. I don't want to step on toes, I don't hate the guy, but each time there are things like this, he's never around. I'm sure if he was around by now, he would have addressed it. That guy messed up. He messed up. Away from that, and I hope this guy is brought to book and justice is served to everybody, because beating that guy was beating all of us on Nigeria Watch. That beating was for everybody. So we will do everything to make sure justice is served and to serve as a deterrent to other political lunatics and sycophants in our political life. We are tired. What's all this? Going to Obasanjo issues. Obasanjo, for me, yes, you cannot write him off totally, but he had opportunities to change things in Nigeria. What did he do? He had that chance as a military dictator. What did he do? God helped him again as a civilian president, 8 years. What did he do? We are seeing a mess. Was he able to fix electricity? No. Was he able to fix insecurity? To a large extent, he tried. Is the country still the same? Yes. In fact, we are even backward. Obasanjo did not do any lasting progress. The only thing I can score him for was that there was relative peace, and he brought in GSM to Nigeria. So the backwardness and the youth restiveness, lack of opportunities for people in the Nigeria he governed, did he transform the country? Were there no money? They will only complain that oil is down, the price of oil worldwide is down. But when the price of crude oil is up, you don't hear from them. They will be sharing the money. So for me, I will not take Obasanjo serious, even if I will not write him up. Although everybody is dancing towards Peter Obi now from the body language. Governor Obaseki said it, that everybody is now obedient. He jokingly said it, but it went far to tell us what is in their mind. Don't be surprised to see our governor of Edo State decamping next year, somehow. I know he's a friend to PDP man, Atiku, Dubai man. But Obaseki that I know, he can change anytime. He does not keep friendship for too long. Yeah, and I want to talk about Wike. Yeah, for me, the greatest mistake PDP made was to allow Atiku to bulldoze his way, even if it's not proper, ethically, politically, it's not correct for a man from the north or Fulani man to want to even be a presidential flag bearer when a Fulani man is just leaving office next year. I don't understand, but thank God, like someone said, because me, I was a Wike man. I'm still a Wike guy. Wike may have his problem. I support him in total. I support him for a presidential bid because he pushed the Fulani back from his state. For me, a man that took the federal government to court and he won on VAT issues. They had to settle him, from court. They had to meet him behind closed doors and told him, be your brother's keeper. So a man during the coronavirus that sent back or that picked up white people against the wish of the presidency. I need a man with guts. But I still love Peter Obi. I respect him. He has a good antecedent. I've dug into his past from all I could get. It's been lovely. The guy is a godsend. He's a brain. If we miss out on Peter Obi, we are finished from these three devils. But from these two devils, Tinubu and Mr. Dubai man, Atiku. Tinubu, as for me, like someone said from the beginning, Tinubu is sick. He's sick. I'm not mocking him with that. He's hurt. Hurt is wet. So those who are trying to push him to just to achieve their own selfish interests, they are wicked. His wife, his children, his grandchildren, everybody involved, his friends, his so-called political thugs that he has installed in different states, they should tell him to relax and enjoy his grandchildren. Nothing can satisfy a man who is 80-something or 90 years, seeing your grandchildren playing around you, and I'm even hearing very soon, he will soon have a great-grandchild from a very strong source. So, my dear brothers and sisters, I'm with Peter Obi, with all my heart. I'm doing my own bit, canvassing around my neighborhood, convincing people, taking people to the place to get PVCs. So, I want to come back to leftist issues. Please, I want us to push this matter to the last limit. Although 7 days is enough for them to respond. I'm still waiting for that response. So the deputy governor is aware and is quiet about it. By now, I was expecting him to release a statement of apology at least to say we are aware of this. So I hope justice is done. Thank you very much. Obi, all the way. We move.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Alex. Just like I said, till now, we've not had anything from Edo State government or any official statement released to the public from the House of Assembly that the disrespectful and dishonorable is representing. Is a pity. Assuming is their child, assuming it is one Agbero like them, some of them, child, they would have been blowing the trumpet everywhere. This is how they oppress the common man that I led them to make laws for them. This is how they oppress people that makes a lot of people to stay away from getting involved in anything that has to do with politics. But they failed. It's a new era. Things are going to change. For the dishonorable Ephraim Aluebose, well, I keep saying it. He had just stepped down his political career. He just killed himself by himself on live television, on live program. He carried out his act. What about what he could have done if it is not live? Calling for give me my phone. So it's a pity that he brought shame to himself, shame to his family, shame to his children, and shame to Edo State House of Assembly. and shame to Edo State government. And we shall continue to sing this song because this is not how government should rule the people. This is not how democracy should be. The people with character should be elected, not Agberu. Almost everybody we have there, they are thugs, cultists, and Agberu. I repeat, thug, cultist, and Agberu. This is how they operate. And to make matter worse, the Nigerian police that is escorting the so-called dishonorable were there when an innocent citizen were being molested. They didn't do nothing. Yes, after kidnapping him, they now took him to police station again. And police investigated, they didn't see anything. Still, they did not call the honorable. Is the honorable bigger than the law? Is it bigger than the Constitution of Nigeria? This is the question. So is Nigeria really a zoo, as they say? Anybody can do whatever you like and get away. This we shall know if Nigeria is a zoo or not. Because this is another challenge. A very, very big challenge. And this challenge is going to cost Ephraim, the thug, honorable, dishonorable and disrespectful, shameful Ephraim from representing Gwebe. This is going to cost him a lot. Anyway, he has lost it. Politically, he's a thug. Let him just go and be cutting tickets in the Gwebe market. Well, Original Ken, we lose you. Eddie, talk to us. He said he's ready for us. Eddie seems not to be ready. Somebody was raising his hand. It's like the person who want to talk. Omori, okay, Mr. Omori, please talk to us.
Yeah, thank you, my brother Leftist Okolebe. Yeah, I'm so pained right now. My main aim of coming here today is because of our brother. Like I said earlier, a beating on any one of us is a beating on all of us. It's a collective beating. We are feeling the pain. While we are waiting, I'm not part of this decision, but I have no choice than to support what the CEO has decided. He has his own reasons. While we are waiting for the 7 days, for me, 7 days is action should have been taken yesterday. They wanted to oppress him, intimidate him. I woke up this morning, Nigeria Watch was not on air for newspaper review. I was almost getting Elvis' personal number to call him because this is what they're trying to achieve, to silence us, to intimidate us, to bamboozle us, to cajole us to submission. We cannot be cowed to submission. It is too late for that. Not even Ephraim. So while we are waiting for the 7 days, my brother, for me, I just subscribed to the 7 days with the way I do my things. That was what I said yesterday. But it's not about me now. It's about all of us. So the CEO has spoken. We were all beaten yesterday. All of us were beaten up. So I'm feeling the pain right now. So this guy should be dragged to the to the court of public opinion. CEO, I don't know if you are hearing me, Mr. Elvis. Every person that makes that uses this platform and your brothers and sisters platform, that thing should be ringing everywhere. Now that beating should be spreading everywhere, all over like Hamatan fire. So when we are bringing this guy, when we are dragging this guy in the court of public opinion, tentatively waiting for the decision of the government, I am not too far from what is obtainable in the corridor of power. We cannot get anything more than we apologize, we are sorry. The highest they can do is we are going to foot his medical bills. But we're not going to be satisfied with that because if it happens to Boniface, we refuse to complain. It will happen to Bonilek because the name Bonnie is common to both. If this guy goes away with this, he will try it again. And somebody should help me find out. Is it the House of Assembly for the first time? Has this secure his ticket to come back? Because we have a lot of things to do on this guy. I'm taking it as a personal challenge. Most of them know me very well. Sometimes I don't like to blow my trumpet. I hide here to say the little I can, and I just hide. Man, I'm close to 50. I started this struggle when I was 13, 14. So if you remove 13, 14 from 50, you should know how long it has been. So if there's anything like retirement age, I'm due for retirement when it comes to struggle for a better Nigeria. If I batch and IBB could not silence us, not even an Ephraim. So everybody should come here, the our brother Stephen, Irameto, Mr. Leftist, do a broadcast on this. Spread it like Hamatan fire. Condemn this act. Waiting for the government does not stop us from doing the little we can, pending the outcome, pending the decision of the state government. To whom much is given, they say much is expected. I have so much respect for my governor. I have so much respect for my dog people. But then, we are not known for this. You know, we are conscious people. We are highly conscious people. If Obi's movement is just about those stage, I would have advised Obi to go prepare his presidential speech, swearing speech. Because for people saying there's no structure, they're not talking to Edo people. We have done it before. We have been doing it. A combination of Osomole, Tinubu, and the Kanteosa of blessed memory. Everybody knows how much Tinubu has looted from our Commonwealth. Everybody knows how vocal Osomole is. Everybody knows how worthy our son, Captain Oza, was. But they could not stop Edo people. So if this movement is about Edo, I would have told Obi, I would have addressed Obi, go and start preparing your swearing speech. But it's not about Edo. It goes beyond Edo. And I know a lot of people can learn from what Edo people are doing. For somebody to come up and beat up, you know, just a former, a sitting House of Assembly member, our servants. Without our votes, that guy would have been jobless, probably by now. My brother, a lot of things I wanted to say, but I'm cautious for the sake of the platform. Can we begin to do broadcast now, just in respect of that? Condemn that barbaric and animalistic tendency from beginning to the end of the broadcast and spread it and make it to wide, go wide and far and wide like Hamatan fire. So it's already in the court of public opinion before we take it to the whatever court, the conventional court. And those state government may not be able to stop us. I can recall it vividly when there was a shoddy job in Okmila, somewhere in Deputy Governor's constituency. Somebody went there to investigate the thing. And just a boy went there with his phone to video the shoddy job the contractor was doing. Deputy Governor took it up. You know, because it wasn't a state government project, it was a NDDC project. So why should a city member, I mean, yeah, this is the kind of people making laws for us. Somebody is here, supposed to be a honorable lawmaker. You know, you have turned yourself to a lawbreaker. Where we raise up your hand against Awemusa, you have raising up your hands against people that you are supposed, whose interest you are supposed to serve. Please, let's do more of broadcasts within these 7 days. Let's put it in every medium, Facebook, everywhere. CEO, every should tell his co-broadcasters. That should be the subject of the day. It is the real subject between now and the next 7 days, so that his image will be at stake. And it's going to do a colossal damage to his political career. Thank you very much. I yield the floor.
Yes, thank you very much. Since the incident started, I have not rested. My Facebook, every time I went to get his pictures directly from his Facebook and started posting and making a lot of broadcasts. And I knew Elvis came online immediately to also do broadcast. And I want to assure that whatever broadcast we do anytime, we're still going to be talking about him. Because that man does not deserve to be in that seat at all. He cannot beat us and go away with it. Yes, he cannot just beat us for nothing. This is how they beat us. So this is how they beat us. The next thing, what they will be doing now, they will be looking for a way to get across to leaders. They try to make friends, take my number, anytime you need help, we are here, we are working together. Please take care of this, we'll do that, we'll do this. This is what they do.
Bro, can I just interject? Can I just interject for a second?
Abeg, go ahead.
Apart from the general broadcast, this one is too long. I just want it about that particular beating. A very short clip. They're very strong and very educative and informative. Very short and brief and concise. You know, just a summary of what transpired. And again, while his camera was being, while our brother was being offended, while he was being beaten up, while he was being brutalized, there were people around on the background. So there will be maybe if there's anybody that has a clip, because he was no longer in control at the point of being rough-handled, there will be somebody around along the line that has the authentic one where his clip was no longer showing. We will need that in the court of law. We will also need that one to do a lot of publicity as far as this court of public opinion is concerned. I don't know if we can get somebody that has a phone that witnessed the beating. That would be very helpful, because while his camera was no longer in focus, we could only hear the sound of the beating, the ballistic missiles they were giving him left, right, and center. I could hear the way they were pounding him like a cocoyam. So we are not going to let this thing just lie low. So we should do. We don't mind paying money for locals that were there. Let's get more clips, not from his source, not from our brother's source, from other sources, because a lot of people witness that dastardly and barbaric development. Thank you very much, sir. The little video we're going to do is just concisely on this incident, so that we can begin to spread it the way it is.
Okay.
The other one we played yesterday was too long.
Yes, we will continue to do that. We will continue to hammer on that. I think we have that short clips where the man started beating, but to get a video clip from other people, because almost the people around him were his people that were doing recording. I know with time, somehow, something must come out from this other side.
Did the leftists go there alone? Did he go there alone?
I think he went there alone with one of their people that were helping him.
I invited him.
Yes.
Yeah, this one is a lesson for us now. You know, I said this in, one time when we were doing investigation on land grabbing. I made it very clear to Elvis that this should be a teamwork. We know where we're from. We know how we roll. They should always go in team. Yeah, I mean, it also go. They always go in team. It doesn't stop people from trying to attack them, but it makes them more vulnerable. When they are in team, when one is being attacked, we can always have sources, alternative sources. So this one is a lesson. They should not go in a team of less than 3 or 4 people. You know, I think it's a strong security strategy.
We don't go to do anything normally. Nobody in the left movement go to any intervention alone because of evidence and backup. Normally. So I believe with time, by the time he's able to talk, more will come out. I am sure of that. I'm very, very sure of that. So is Mr. Eddie ready to talk to us now? Eddie? Okay. Mr. Let Go, please talk to us.
Yeah, thank you so much, Niger Watch. Since yesterday, it has been so painful seeing what is happening. I weep and it hurt me so much. And according to Omore was right. We need just a very short clip of video that can tell it all, so that people can watch it, because I have been sharing all this. And whenever I share it, the response I used to get is that the video is too long. So before they get to the stage of where they will see what happened, you may be tired of watching the video. So if you can get that short clip, it's it will be helpful. Okay. So what I want to say is this. Look at Ekweremadu daughter is sick, and Ekweremadu want to hijack somebody, they want to harvest organ to treat her daughter. And now look at this. This is a Nigerian who want to promote good governance, who want to brought what is wrong. Because looking at what happened to this leftists, it is wrong. This man is an inhuman of what this man did. So the Edo state government have to act fast, because this is gonna lead to so many things. This tribal of issue of what we are talking about, the village of these leftists, what are they thinking now? That another village beat their son. So they will revenge. But if a Edo state government do something, it will not escalate to the level of causing community clashes. That is the risk of what happened yesterday. Because this guy is doing his job. The honorable man is damaging that locality, because after his tenure, in 10, 15, 20 years, no road will be built in that place, because this is the opportunity they have. And this man is losing the money meant to develop those areas. And when you look at those areas, it's area where the erosion is so heavy that if nothing is done, it will get more bad in the future. So that is wrong. And when you look at the Nigeria, a state governor came out and said, buy gun to defend yourself. This is a northern state governor, came out in the public and told his people, buy gun and defend yourself. What does that mean? Nigeria is finished. We are done. There is no security anymore. So the people in that village cannot speak. If they say anything, this man and his dog, we hijack them. That's why that is why all of them were standing and be looking, because they can't really, if you see them, you know that they are all hiding their faces because they are afraid of what the honorable man will do to them. That is the situation of our country. So whenever they are going to this kind of job, they have to go with more than 2 or 3 people so that there will be a backup of whatever thing that happens. That is my suggestion on this. And again, let us keep educating our people. Let us keep encouraging our people. Let us keep encouraging people to go and get their PVC, so that by next year election, Nigeria can start to see light instead of darkness that we are into. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I was just trying to get a short video. Maybe I'll play it before later on after Ogbemodia. Ogbemodia, please talk to us. Mr. Ogbemodia, please. Talk to us. Yes.
My brother, I greet everybody.
I greet you, sir.
Nigeria, every day is just getting worse. To me, we cannot really. The whole system is just getting worse. I cannot really understand what is going on in Nigeria. I don't know. Nothing is working. Okay, if not for stupidity of that so-called House of Assembly, wherever is the idiot of him, if not for, maybe it is so clear that this man did not even merit his position. He must have been there with one of these godfather of a team. Maybe it's from somebody will say, you are the one going there.
It was UPS.
He didn't merit it. That is the truth. If really the guy merits his position, he will cherish it. He will know the value. He will know why he's been sent there. If not for even one thing or the other, is it not value added if it is true that that is where he came from? That the people will know that he's working? And I cannot really imagine exactly what happened. So is there two things involved? Is it that the guy is sick They should take him to psychiatry. Let the guy, something's wrong with that guy. He's sick. He's really sick. So the issue of whether governor is around, governor is not, the deputy, whoever in question, if it is true godfatherism, they will still come back and paint the scenario and let believing that is exactly how the whole system works. And that is our problem.
Let me look for the video. Let me look for the very short form of the video and play. Let me look for one of the video. Just okay. It's like us.
You're being sent by someone to malign the government or the member representing the constituency. You have to go back. It's sincere your reporting. Don't do yellow journalism.
That's
it's
not true.
Fair.
That's not true.
Because you are from Benin.
Let me throw more. Excuse sir. Let me throw more light. What I do actually is to draw attention. If you follow my transit, possibly you'll be following it. You heard that I will draw the attention of the honorable member represent this area to prevail on whoever is handling this job. To draw the attention of the honorable member who is representing the people in this area. If you take your time to look at it, you see how it all started.
You have to be sincere. You have to be sincere with whatever you are doing.
Yeah.
You see, you know why I have to stand? Because I want to be democratic. That's why I'm here. Because I'm always fighting. Here. Most times, I leave from Igwebe, to attend plenaries and I come back and all that. Great. For somebody to have told you that the road has been abandoned, and you are here, and you have seen that people still walking here, and you.
I stopped there. Why? Because you see this man. There's just like two tractors on ground.
The man on cap.
Yes. No, not the man on cap. This man talking is the dishonorable himself. Look at his mouth like that of frog that swallowed snake. This one that his mouth is open now. He dishonorable himself. He just put 2 or 3 tractors there to show that that's what they usually do. They'll leave 2 or 3 condemned tractors that are not doing nothing. They'll leave it there, be wasting their time. Then they hiring laborers to do shady job, and they say they are working. The job, in fact, if you start this clip from beginning, you notice that the job was not even is unsustainable and very fraudulent. Just watch him and see the.
That means you're already biased with what you are doing. You are trying to instigate the people against the government. That's what you're trying to do.
That's not true, sir. What? No. What? Excuse me. I will attend to one person.
If you do more than that, what's the meaning? Say more than that. What's the meaning? Okay. Can you take this one out? What's wrong with you? What is that? You can't go to my community and begin to. Where are you from? Who is Benin from? Who is Benin? Who are you? Who is Benin from? I'm from Nigeria. I'm from fucking what? What's wrong with you? You know what graduating they happen? They sponsor you. So come and fight us. They sponsor you. Call this my boy for me. Call them for me. Call them for me. Call them for me. Call them for me. Where's my phone? Give me phone. Where's my car? Where's my car? Yeah, where's my car? I don't find nothing illegal. Where's my car? Bring my phone for me. Bring my phone for me. Bring my phone for me. You come to bring who are you? Who are you? You don't go question her. You don't do anything. Where's my phone? Get my phone. Follow where?
You see? That is dishonorable. Fighting, beating up a citizen that was not holding a gun. a knife, just camera, doing his civics duty. The Constitution gave everybody right to ask questions and demand. Assuming this man is not even anybody, he decided to say, okay, I want to find out who is doing this job. Where is the B&Q? The
Sir,
contractor, there's
it's not
no
educated to that
time
extent.
in the contractor, no contractor signal, no board, nothing. And somebody's asking question. The next thing is for you to start beating. Let me continue. His camera was still running now.
I'm talking to you. I tell you, you're telling me rubbish. Tell me rubbish. Who are you? Who are you? Where you were?
Take him to
Huh?
later police station to
Why did you
allege
bring him here?
that he came with ammunition and all. And police went to investigate and saw invite the dishonorable to say, you gave us wrong information. Why did you molest him? He did not fight you. You molested him. He was not holding the gun. Till today, Nigeria police has not done nothing. Till today. I just played this for the benefit of those that have not seen this part. So, Gabodia, go ahead.
Yeah, my brother.
You saw it.
The fact, yes, the fact remains. That is my local government.
Good.
That is my local government. I'm from a village. That is, you can see the problem here is he did not pass through the due process. He's been appointed to be there. He don't merit it. He don't even is that even how you supposed to even approach somebody? Let us say the person want to, if somebody send him to come and somebody send you to come and bring you out or whatever you are claiming. Is that even how is that I'm a Democrat? Is that Democrat they're fighting? You know, to me, that guy is sick. He's sick. And how he came to power is not clear. That's just the truth. It's not clear. He did not merit where he is. He is there because it is according to Tinubu Milokon. That is his turn for whosoever the God for that reason should tell it to go there is the next speaker. The delegate of even there just look at our governor that we reject we all came out to come and vote. I know how much I bought ticket to go to Nigeria to go and vote for the Obaseki. Today, we don't even know where he belongs to. So we were thinking that things will change under his watch. Look at a House of Assembly, an ordinary House of Assembly, when of it chop belle full. If it is so follow, look how he look like. That he cannot even eat a more better square meat. And the worst of it, people that are even around there, they tell us, why they are even begging him. Somebody is doing wrong thing, you are begging him. That is it. The mentality of Nigeria. I'm sick. I'm just sick of this. This guy supposed to be in Saban Canal cooling. He's supposed to be. Oh God, this guy is stupid. It's mad. Something is wrong with that guy. It's crazy. And that is exactly how the whole Nigeria system is. I was talking to somebody the other day saying Nigeria president have not been elected. It's always by appointment, both military and civilian. It was Obasanjo elected. It was not appointed. It was even the Yaradua, Jonathan. He began to name them for me. Say even Tinubu and Atiku now. At the end of the day, whosoever they appoint will not be. And I said you must be very stupid. I said watch it out. 95% of us that are here, we are coming to Nigeria. We have PVC. We will come. we will come and vote. We have to change. Things have to change. Let the real person come in. And don't be surprised, or be with surprise all of you. So what I'm trying to say is that the system is not being it's not organized. That is even the major problem we are even having in Nigeria. Look at how Atiku emerged. Look at how Tinubu emerged. Look at the governor of it's only this Edo state now. I can categorically believe that he is being elected. All those governors you are seeing around, he's being appointed now. He's being appointed. That is why they will come. They will know they don't care for the masses. They don't care. Because that is even the major problem that is the biggest problem. So if Nigeria really want us they want to move ahead, or they want to have hope of tomorrow, they should go out and vote their choice. Obi is my choice. I will do everything possible to make sure I vote for Obi. Then if we do something wrong, I can smoke it out.
Mr. Bamodia, can you hear me? Somebody's we have a caller from Canada. The person wants to contribute. So talk to us.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Tell us your name.
My name is Nick, but I'm calling from Canada, from Edmonton.
Okay.
So I just want to contribute because I watched the video where they beat Brother Amausa. I watched it. It was early morning here in Canada. I was not impressed. I just want to make one point. You know, when Obaseki said they don't want to put House of Assembly, people were kind of angry with him. Because Obaseki knew that those people, they are just there for their belly. That was the reason. But people, they were so angry why Obaseki did not put a House of Assembly. Just see what is going on now. See what is going on now. Because the way they molest that guy, when I saw that guy, the chairman or something from the community, the guy that slapped him, I knew that guy is going to slap him. I know they want to beat him up, and it happened. So my advice again is that I don't want us to be saying what we are going to do to them in social media. Because they are also watching. I tried to ask the guy, I tried to call him, because I know that village very well, but I've not been in that village. But I have cousins that grew up in that village. I have a lot of people in that village that I spoke to about the guy. So the guy is very, very arrogant. So I don't know how that guy won the election, how that guy have that post. You know, so that is kind of scary, because now they are so scared that people are asking what they are using the money to do, right? Yes. And the guy said, I picked a lot of things. The guy said, are you not seeing people working? Nobody was working there, because I watched it from the beginning to the end. Nobody was working there. Nobody was working there. So I just pray that my brother will get well. And please don't let us blame Obaseki too much of this thing, because Obaseki said he don't want to put House of Assembly. A lot of people, they were angry. Just see what they did now. If you look at that guy's eyes, that guy is a talk. I don't think that guy even went to university, because the way he was asking questions, it was rude. So let us just fold our hands, like me that is sitting down here. I'm doing my own underground, because I want to make sure that that guy is dealt with. Because when that guy came, his face, sorry to say, I hate him for the first time when the time he was asking questions. I hate him. So that guy must be punished. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Madam Nekme.
Yes.
That guy must be punished.
Okay.
Yes. Go ahead, Mr. Obemude. Okay, we have another caller, Chris.
Okay.
Oh, somebody is calling us. Hello. Hello, caller.
Yeah, Mr. Leftis. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
God bless you. My name is Mr. Pius, please.
Okay, Mr. Pius, talk to us.
What else, sir? Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
I agree the house. You see everything that happened to our brother. But before he even started interview that guy, I know that guy is an Agbelo. I know he will fight. But there was something I want many people to know, everybody that is listening. Before I started calling Nigeria Watch the Moses of Edo people, I know what I see from Nigeria Watch. I know. I cannot just say in my own mind, I cannot say God. When I use God, maybe I'm lying. In my own spirit, I have seen everything about Elvis. I know he's a person that stands for the people of Edo State. I've been watching other platforms for so many years. Understand? Because you see what happened to this our brother. Many people have been passing those kind of things. Nobody will even fight for them. That's why you see many people in prison. Some there, they are there for years, 10 years, 15 years. Because there is nobody will fight for them. There is nobody that will say, oh, what is this man doing? For example, now this our brother, maybe doesn't have Nigeria Watch. This man will just try to show this our brother inside prison. Will be there for years. Nobody will talk about it. No lawyer will stand for it. When I say Nigeria Watch is a Moses of Edo State, people don't know what I'm talking about. Because he fight for the poor. Because he fight for the people. This is the kind of people we need in Edo State, like people like Nigeria Watch. Please let us, all of us, to join hands together, to work together. We have been suffering in Edo State for so many years in this kind of these wicked politicians in Edo State. These things have been happening in Edo State for so many years. It's now people is now open. People is now open eye, know what is going on in Edo State. Please, this thing we have to take it serious very well. Let us join Nigeria Watch to fight all those evil politicians. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
God is with
Thank
Brother
you.
Elvis.
Yes.
Elvis is the Moses of Edo State. I continue seeing, but time will come, people will know that Elvis is the Moses of Edo State.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Pius. Madarita, my line is going. It's just that there's another person. Yes, Madarita, talk to us.
I be they talk now, don't let me talk again.
With the get call, you go talk. Don't worry. With the get call.
Okay, now the call person. Okay.
Yes, Madarita, go ahead.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone, and good evening. I just want to respond to the person who called from Canada. I think you said Edmonton. I think it's right for us to give people the right information. Governor Obaseki is not absolved in this because when Shore's brother passed on, unfortunately was killed in Edo State, he didn't take the SSG of Edo State to put out a public statement. Why? Because that was somebody very popular. That was a brother of somebody that was very popular. Now, the person was mentioned, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, with all due respect. You had mentioned that, this is the reason why Governor Obaseki did not want a House of Assembly member. I don't know. I want to ask you, sir, Omar, do you really understand what a democratic governance actually means? Except if you are referring to the commissioners list. You see all these things that are going on. If there was a local government chairman, if there was councillors, those are the people who are closer to the people. And if you don't understand about how democracy works or why we have the House of Assembly members, maybe you should do your research or maybe come to this program, Nigeria Watch program, and then we can educate people what is a democratic system of government, what are the functions of people in the House of Assembly, what is the function of the governor, what is the function of the local government chairman, or the functions of the councillors. Even the works that they are doing, even some of the works Governor Obaseki is doing, is supposed to be done by the local government. Now, this is not about Governor Obaseki or anybody. It's about that dishonorable animal, because that is not a human being, that actually assaulted our brother leftists. That is where I'm pinpointing. So nobody should make it like, or bring Governor Obaseki to make him look good in this matter, because this is above 24 hours now. They have been silent. So because leftists is not a son of one big man, that is why they have been silent. But I'm going to respect our brother, our CEO, Nigeria Watch Elvis. I'm just going to keep quiet. But for me personally, that 7 days is too long for any government to respond. Government is 24 hours. If it was a big man, that son that was assaulted, it will be less than 24 hours. We will see some action taken. So I would say one business day, one business working day, and that is Monday. That will be my suggestion for a response. If after Monday, then we know the steps to take, because we have done the right thing, we're taking the right step, and we have been patient. But that 7 days, CEO Nigeria Watch is just too long. If it's any government official that advised you on that or pleaded with you on that, God forbid, if anything happened before 7 days to our leftists, our brother leftists, we will not be counting days now, because there should have been a response. There should have been a response, if not from the SSG, at least from the Speaker of the House, because that dishonorable animal, it's unfortunate that his name is even Ephraim, because people that answer Ephraim in Nigeria, they are great men. People that answer Ephraim, and so he's even abused that name. I can't even call him Ephraim. That dishonorable animal did this to our brother. We are not going to let it go, but we are just going to put our emotions, our advice is put our emotions aside, and let us follow this due process legally. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Madam Rita. We're going to follow due process. We just have to follow due process. We're not going to be rushing because it just happened. Yes, just I said it before, we've not gotten any statement from the Speaker of the House. We've not gotten statement from a district government. We've not gotten statement from any other source. So we would wait. You see, Nigeria Watch knows what to do. Same thing with Edo Civil Society, which we all belongs to. I belong to that Edo Civil Society, and Amosa is also from Edo Civil Society. And it's a civil right group that fights oppression. Now we there, now they beat us pass. This one that he just collected for Nigeria Watch, now small, now there, they beat us pass. They know all of us. Then they see us sometimes run if we want to approach them. Because they know we stand for the truth. We don't believe in their paddy. We don't collect their money. We don't wait for them to sponsor us. We do everything we do there by ourselves with one faith that we want Nigeria to work. You know, he said it, say, I know you. I've met you before. They know him. It's not like they don't know Amosa. They know him. So the annoyance of this man is always coming to expose us. This man's always coming to demand. This man is always coming to talk about rules of law, the right thing to be done. They don't want that. So it's very unfortunate. So we just going to wait. I know something will be done. But I assure everybody that Ephraim had just killed his political career. That's what I know. Ephraim had just killed his political career. It's not today we'll be doing this. He brought himself on the limelight by himself. His video is there. His name is there. So he's dead. Completely dead in Edo State, politically. After this stand-up, may just pack a load, go to farm for Igwebe. That I know. With this, it's finished. His face is there. The video is there where he's fighting. That video cannot leave social media now. And his name is there. So everybody will use it against him now. So he's dead politically. But outside he dying politically, we still need to let him know that he has no right to assault a citizen. He has no right. So, Mr. Babuda, please talk to us. Oh, Mr. Babuda, don't verse.
Don't worry, I understand.
Yes. Talk to us, sir. Mr. Bori. Mr. Bori, talk to us.
All right. Bro, I make a speak here, make an act page now. We gonna go solve this one. See, I don't know the reason why we wait for 7 days, but like I said earlier, you cannot get more than apology, or we're gonna foot all his medical bill for government. That is how we roll in the government. That is how they roll in their government. So what I'm saying is, this does not stop us from taking the proper legal action now. Because if at the end of the day we are satisfied with the decision of the government, we can also withdraw. Even when we get to Supreme Court, if the onus is on the complainant or the plaintiff to say, I'm no longer interested in this case. But one thing, even if they tell us we are sorry, we are going to foot his bill. It does not replace the damage that has been done to all of us. Psychologically and otherwise, we are damaged. They want to
Okay.
They want to make sure speak anymore. My brother, if we cannot get a conviction, a conviction in the church, animal would be for me. That would finish his way for life forever. That we need. He might not go to prison, if they marry him, he go a criminal to have such.
The line is breaking, Mr. Mori. The line is breaking.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll come into the show.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yes, I want to quickly respond, Mr. Abgamudia, please. I'm sorry, just hold on. I want to quickly respond to Nekwe called and Mr. Pius called and Rita called. I want to quickly respond from Miss Madam Nekwe. This has nothing to do with Obaseki not inaugurating the House of Assembly. Yes, it has nothing to do with it. Even the ones that are there today, what are they doing? Are they still not the same thing? They are the same thing. The people that are there, let them show us their hand. And most of them not cultists, and most of them not Agbero by nature. This is one of them. For what this one has done, and nobody has come up to give an official statement from the House of Assembly. But they are trying to do underground work to call and say, let's forget it. Who is going to take that shit from them? So the honorable, dishonorable minister has just proved to us that we have no characters in Obaseki's government because they are in Obaseki government. It's not only disgracing the House of Assembly, it's also disgracing Obaseki government. And why are we talking? Since yesterday or thereabout, would Obaseki or any of his people who say they are not aware of this? They cannot say they are not aware because the NUJ released a press statement which we will respond to, that as far as leftist is not in their NUJ list, so they really cannot really fight for him, though they condemn the act. Listen, as far as leftist is not in their NUJ list as a journalist, so they cannot fight for him, but they condemn in totality the action of the dishonorable minister. You see NUJ coming out to put up such a statement. You see, everything is almost wrong in Nigeria. I would have expected by now the NUJ would have taken it off because a citizen has been beaten by a lawmaker. But now they are making it like Kaba, society thing. You see, the ordinary Nigeria is not protected in any way. This is a simple example. We shall respond. I just know that. Amori, somebody was talking before now. When the person finishes, you take over. Mr. Bamudia has been talking before the phone calls in. So just please hold on. Mr. Bamudia, please quickly round up and then Amori can take over from there.
Thank you. My brother, as I said, the whole process, the way he came to power, is wrong. It's fraudulent. That is why I don't even know his position. And for the guy that speak in Canada, that lady have just answered the question. The there's no councillor. Even the councillor is the governor that will say go there. The ruling party, the system is just being scattered. If you want to do councillor of a governor, we now also okay, it's one that we appoint chairman. Then why won't they be misbehaving? They will continue to misbehave until we decide to do it right. For our brother, they just beat up. By now, he's supposed to. I don't even know how many oxygen and how many hospital, how many bills. He's supposed to. We're supposed to even see this. They're supposed to be publishing those bills that he has, where he must have broken, whatever he must have happened to him, so that he should know that he's finally. Whether the governor like it or not, or whatever in question, we should go to court. The 7 days, whatever, if maybe let us be lenient, if it is 7 days, after the 7 days, it did not, we should go to court. There is evidence. The hospital should tell, if the doctor is telling her whatever this video, so that the guy will learn from his foolishness. For me, I recommend that guy should go to psychiatry. They should take it to wherever they treat madman. That is for that. He have disgraced himself. I'm so disappointed. It's painful, but it happened. It's real. For other like a person like Tinubu, me in question, I don't have anything against Tinubu. As the other speaker said, Tinubu is old, so we don't want to have a situation whereby we spend more time in the hospital than to take care of what is supposed to be. Then for the article, I know vividly. Even the PDP now, I think they are fighting themselves. They have divided. They are fighting. The Nigeria will not wait for another Fulani man to come in. Not because he's a Fulani. If Atiku have what Obi have, I will still vote for him. But the fact remains that Atiku don't have a good intention. They already bought. Atiku is just like somebody who bought delegates. At the end of the day, he's still planning how to buy other people right now. They don't believe in spending this money, giving them 5,000, and at the end of the day, they become whoever they want them. They will misbehave. The past record of Atiku is not good for Nigeria to accept. That is the truth. So Obi have distinguished himself. Let us see how possible we do things. Let us vote. We have to vote. The only solution to this problem is vote. And if you must vote, you have to have your PVC. If you don't have it, go and register. All those rubbish will stop if we have it. That is the truth. Because if Obi come to power, the game is going to change. The governor, all those councillors, all those commissioners, they will change. The story will change. Because those wuru will not be there. And it's going to take a time to be wiped out, but it will change. So we should be able to go back and have that your PVC. And some of us who are here, who are in diaspora, please, Yakuri, Laowo, whatever God or whatever language you have, I use it to beg you. Please, just pay any amount. I know it's painful. I know it's not really easy to buy ticket and go. Let us go to Nigeria and vote that general election. Please.
All right.
Please.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Before Mr. Mori take the floor, we have a caller. Yes, caller, please tell us where you're calling us from and tell us your name.
Hi, my name is Louis. I'm currently calling from Canada, though I'm originally from Nigeria and based in the UK. My contribution is simple. I think this is looking at the situation that happened in Edo State that we've all contributed on with several words from people. This is this has been a problem. I've always said it that we are not mentally democratic yet in Nigeria. And that's the reason why today we have people who come to office, they abuse power, they are autocratic, they are despotic with behavior, and they are very, very rude, and they don't have respect for rule of law and for humanity. It's because we've not actually come together to say yes, enough to bad leadership, enough to this bunch of brigands that keep recycling themselves to power all the time. This next election, I believe, if we truly know what we want, should be a wake-up call for all Nigerians. Personally, I'm supporting Peter Obi because I kind of see his vision for the country and all that. I'm sick and tired of this so-called two ruling parties. We've tested both of them. Let's be honest, we've tested PDP for years. We've tested APC. Now let's give the, and I'm happy for the other alternative. So let's try that one out and see what will happen. And I believe with that, if that works out, then maybe that will be the beginning of rule of law for Nigeria, the beginning where Nigerians can then see have a country where democracy will work, where justice will actually be the hope of the common man, the country where the elected officials will respect the electorate and also will not carry out their responsibilities with so much arrogance. I believe that everyone listening to me should know that the election is approaching, and let's get our PVC. I will be in Nigeria fully, and when we all get our PVC, we have to vote. And for me, I'm saying it again loud and clear. Please, let's support Peter Obi. Let's support Peter Obi. Let's support Peter Obi. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, thank you. We all will support Peter Obi. But before I call on Mr. Omoriu to continue, please, I just want to, from the comment section, Simon, Oga Simon, please. You used a derogatory language on Madam Rita. I think we wouldn't accept such languages, please. You cannot use such language on her. You can talk to her, but not using insultive language like the ROUB word you use. Please. I saw it and I'm not happy about it. We don't allow such insults. Thank you very much. Mr. Murray, please talk to us.
Yeah, thank you, Bro Agwalebe. Today, the way my mind the boy now, I don't know whether F is the years. I know he's not in. I know he's passing through a lot too. I have a simple suggestion. If we carry matter, as they don't beat us now, the people where they beat, they don't say make it no cry. Now, while we are waiting for government to respond, here's what we will take. I'm aware he has consulted the illegal practitioner. We will take him. If government can't come at the end of the day say, sorry, we not send this one. This man day on his own. We not say not be government send him. Government not go, even in a government send him. They not go send him, they send him before say may go beat somebody. And government not go tell us say make he put him for fire before he go put him for fire. So government not send him. This man, some people not send him. He wanted to use the emotional blackmail yesterday. Like, where are you from? Where did you come from? You know, he was trying to be smart by half. He wasn't playing the script of some people. He was just displaying his animalistic and agberoistic tendencies. That is it. So he wanted to represent his people. He was just on his own. Now we can take our action. If the action of the government at the end of the day, after 7 days we are okay, we can withdraw whatever action we have. If matter is Supreme Court, the plaintiff say, you know what again, we'll go settle out of court. It's allowed. You also made mention of NUJ. We are not waiting for NUJ. When you say fundamental human right, it's not the right of the beautiful, it's not the right of the handsome. It doesn't mean the right of the rich or the right of the poor. Fundamental human rights. No matter even if it is son or daughter of nobody. Fundamental human right, that's the column. So, when we are contesting this assault in court, all I need, we don't need much. This guy may not be detained for more than, because of his political influence. Whether he's detained or not, it's not even, all we need is just a little conviction. A criminal conviction for assault against this guy will tarnish his political career forever. So we don't have to wait for government to respond before we take our action. We take our action while we are waiting for the government. If we are okay, we can withdraw. Certainly, we are not going to withdraw, not even when somebody like me is alive. This guy must be dealt with. So he must go prove the right. He's supposed to be a lawmaker, right? Where it is in the Constitution, who gives him the right? So whoever gives him the right or authority to beat up another person because he's a lawbreaker in Edo State House of Assembly, he has to say it. So I'm not too comfortable with. We are waiting for them. We are waiting for them. I'm not preempting them, but I know what they're going to say. We are sorry. We are going to foot his medical bills. Are we okay with that? If we're okay, we withdraw our suit. If we're not okay, we go ahead. But this guy must be made to face the law. We must get that conviction. No matter how long it takes, no matter what it costs us, this guy must be convicted in a court of competent jurisdiction. That will be all for his career. I saw submit. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Mori, we heard what you said, but I want to still assure you that Nigeria Watch has its own method of doing things. Consultations are going on. Just like I talked before, we no go use the way body things crash us. Make we take am come go injure ourselves. Consultations are going on. Nigeria Watch is consulting. I want to also let us know that Edo Civil Society is also consulting. They are not sleeping. They went there today with how many? They went to even the police stations and all. I can't come here and be showing you pictures. And he's an insider in this matter. It's not everything we'll be saying. So just hold on. The needful will be done. We will not disappoint you people. We will also let you know whatever that is happening. You will be aware. If I will play the video of leftists leaving the bringing back of leftists to Benin, you'll be surprised. This leftist, somebody that cannot talk. You see them when they're carrying him like a dead body. So we are on it. Please, we are on it. Just trust us. This honorable Ephraim will not go unpunished. His name will definitely be tarnished. It's not us that want to tarnish his name. He has publicly tarnished his name by himself. I sent a message every time, not quite long as I watched him, he was online. I also told him that he's trending. If you know the message that he's getting, he himself don't collect. He knows. He knows. So we'll do the needful, please. And I'm sure of that. I just want to assure you that everything you are saying, you are in order. We'll follow protocol. We'll get there. Please.
All right. This guy must collect water. Thank you.
He go collect. Not just one. He go collect. If I show you, oh no, you don't go understand. Oh no. Oh God. I beg, we can go back to how we started. Okay, Mr. Morris just spoke. Let me call on CM. CM, please talk to us.
Um, thank you, come leftist. I think on second thought, when I watched the video clip again, there's a punchline I had took out from it. The person doing the coverage told the dishonorable member that I heard this road was abandoned. Then I came to investigate it, which is the right thing to do. Because if he had gone to town to go and start broadcasting that, oh, so road was abandoned, and then based on what he was told or hearsay, the blame would have been, why not go and see it? Did you go there? But he did the right thing as a good citizen. He had that a community road, a contract awarded for the benefit of the community, that the road has been abandoned. Ordinarily, he will not have bothered, but he went there to see with camera to get pictorial evidence, which is he's doing the right thing. So I do not see what he did wrong. Why the member representing the area should not see reasons with him. I think that should be the summary of everything. The Niger Watch chap, the leftist, heard that a road somewhere has been abandoned, it's not being done anymore, and then everything, maybe from the community people concerned. Then he took his camera and his crew and went there to see for himself. Luckily, he met the honorable member. The honorable member would have even thanked him, said, thank you. At least you had it and you came to investigate. So what if he had had that the road was abandoned and he never tried to do anything? He just stayed in his air-conditioned office or wherever and started to make up stories and start to. Then the honorable member will say, you see, when you are told, did you go to the site? Did you investigate it? So if somebody says this happened, then you cast a headline. So that to me is should be the point of that should be the beginning, because that says everything. That clears the air that what he came there to do was for the benefit of the people. So there is no doubt about that. He's not coming for his own selfish interest. He had something, he had a story, a news, or whether it's a rumor, then he came to see for himself, all the way from Benin or wherever he came from. He could have sat back and said, well, I heard so and so thing is happening at Igweben, then he will sit back and build on it. But he came, but then the honorable member who I call who is just a beast. How can you, even if people were beating the leftist on his behalf, he would have stopped and said, no, don't beat him, don't beat him. He would have, as a servant of the Buddha, said, no, don't beat him. Even if he felt that something should be done, he could have said, okay, I invite the police, let the police come. But he never did all these things. He took first of all, he took the law into his hand and then organized a mob action on the person. So that says a lot about somebody who should be who is a lawmaker even. He's a lawmaker. He makes law for the good governance of the society. That is the meaning. He's a lawmaker. They sit there and then pass a bill, make a law, and then tell the executive to enforce it. So in this case, what Alabai has he to give? That you were there, you commanded people to beat thugs, to beat up somebody, a journalist. What did the person come for? To do a duty. He told you he heard that the road was abandoned. Then from the voice this, then he said, okay, do you now see it? Don't you see caterpillar? But if he did not, if he wasn't there, how would he know? So he's doing the right thing by coming. That is the angle I'm looking at it. Somebody reported something that this happened. Then he had it. He said, let me go and see for myself. What if he had come there and the road was as good as maybe Ring Road? He would have said, oh, thank God. It's not true. I've been there. But he came there. He saw the thing and then said, okay, let me investigate. Because as a journalist, because that's why he came with a camera, all this in pictorial evidence. Luckily, he saw the chap who is who is representing the constituency. He should have been happy. So, oh, thank you very much. At least you are not like all those yellow. And he's even calling him. You see, imagine he switched. Imagine him calling him this yellow journalism. It's not yellow. It's not yellow. You didn't invite him. He had something happen, and he came to come and investigate it, whether it's true. So he just had decided doing the job. What you should have done was, oh, thank you, you came to investigate. Okay, now let us talk. Then you start talking to him. And not to even accuse him of yellow journalism. If you're accusing him of yellow journalism, what if he did not come there in the first place and he start in one office and start to make a broadcast? What will you call that one? Is it black journalism or super yellow? You see, sometimes like somebody said, I'm not sure that man is educated. But and maybe I don't know whether he belonged. I don't know. So in Nigeria now, anything goes. So who knows how in fact, it doesn't even look responsible by looking at him the way he started. He should not have had. He should not have authorized the beating of the no under whatever guise. He should have restrained them. Say no, don't do it, don't do it. He should be the person telling them, don't touch him. It's okay. I can handle it. Then you now go. That is how to organize. Well, probably because some of us we've lived in the Western world. So our exposure and the orientation is quite totally different. But to him, I don't see what the journalist did not do anything wrong. Because he said he had that so broad has been abandoned after being awarded. Yes, what do? You have to go and see it for yourself. Is it true? So he's on site to investigate it, and luckily you are there. So you should welcome him. Say, okay, at least you have the interest of the community at heart. That's why you did not, sit somewhere and then make up stories. You came to see for yourself. I mark it the way they say, not only ear marking. I mark it, and then you turned everything over and then calling him a yellow. He's doing yellow journalism. If doing this type of investigation is yellow journalism, what then is what is the proper, what, if I may ask, is the proper definition of yellow journalism? What is
Right.
then yellow? What is yellow in it? Because I'm also here to learn what is yellow. I'm just discussing the video clip. So whatever action that is being taken, as for government not trying to, whether the house is doing esprit de cause, they don't want to sort of, I mean, rein in on their member. I do not think so. But all I know is that the police and then the law enforcement agents should be involved and then take it to the highest level. First of all, like I said earlier, he doesn't he do not he doesn't deserve to serve the public. He's not a good public servant at all. Because or if he wasn't there and the thugs beat up those places, beat up the chap, he will come and say apologize first, because that is the first thing. You don't use mob action. More so when you're a lawmaker, you make law and you authorize the mob action on somebody. It's not a thief. It's not a criminal offense. I don't think so. Somebody might correct me. It's not a criminal offense. He just came there to do, and he's doing it publicly. Not that he came at night under the cover of darkness. He's doing it open, living with involving the people living nearby, asking them questions and say this, and seeing it. So there's nothing. I mean, it's a public something. He came at the right time and he's doing the right thing. So I do not see what is so sinister in it, if at all there is. I do not see anything. So from that point of view, the chap has, I mean, the justice should be on his side, because he's doing, I mean, just like citizen, what they call citizen journalism. You feel something is not going well and you want to report it. It's like what some channels, either Rise TV, sometimes they said citizen journalism. If you see a picture of where there is flooding in somewhere, like, I don't know whether it's the channels, I don't forgotten the station that does it. Some of you will corroborate what I'm saying. You say in your locality, you say, oh, there's flooding, there this. Can you snap it on your mobile phone and send to the studio? They will show it. I've seen one. I think I've seen some of them. They say citizens journalism, all those things. It's this type of thing. More so when you had it and you are coming to really talk. Seeing the man, and he wasn't so brash. Even the chap is not brash. He's trying to explain to him, say, that's why I'm here. I want to find out. He said, then who sent you? What sort of rubbish is that? Must somebody send you to come and cover something? Must somebody send you? So to me, because maybe like I said, orientation is different. I'm seeing it purely from a humanitarian point of view. The guy is doing a humanitarian job, coming to help the people and say, look, you are you are paid, we elected you to serve us. Then obviously part of our dividend or profit of democracy is that this type of road that we serve the interest of our community will be constructed. Somehow we heard that it has been abandoned, and I don't want to go by public rumor. As a journalist, I came there with some of my people, troops. Let us even see whether it is true, because people can fabricate anything. This is election time. These are what the chap is trying to present. So there's nothing threatening about it. Rather, you commanded people in your presence to be beating him.
Thank
So
you.
that is so appalling. I think he deserves every condemnation that anybody could give. Like I said, his name should be on the gallery of shame at the House of Assembly. I do not see why he shouldn't lose his job. You are serving the people. You should not do this type of thing at all. At all. You shouldn't. That mob action is unnecessary. In fact, it's too barbaric, to the extent that the person is in the hospital and then you are talking. So what do you mean? So somebody cannot even if the person is a passerby, can the person as a passerby make a comment? That's what it means. In this era of these days of everybody has got a different technological gadget, either within yourself you carry along. You can film it. What if you did not just film it and then be going? So somebody cannot go to a site where something is being done. Ask. Normally, this type of thing, there should be a signboard. Construction, maybe the architect or the way they do it, the civil engineer, the project, the this. I don't know whether they do all those things now. Then you should be that's showing that everything going on there, you can investigate. Even the contract award number, they say contract awarded this.
Nothing of such. Nothing of
No,
such
no.
was
Why
on
I'm
the
saying, you see,
site.
because this time just like I'm juggling my memory now, because you have to see, say, construction of road, they will define the road, maybe leading from one town through another town to another town. contract number, this client, maybe Edo State House of Assembly, the project, they describe it, then the contractor holding it, mechanical engineering work, civil engineering. I mean, this is the way it is done now. That is the way, because that is public. You are accountable to the public. So what JAP is doing is, if you can't hold the public to account through the media, so what are we talking about? Must the media be? Must the media has moved from Main Street to what they call it now, Main Street to mainstream media now, because it's no longer written, maybe paper, what is it called, print journalism. Everything is 24 hours now, because you can easily broadcast from it, just like we are doing now. It's 24 hours journalism now all over the world, because some places it might be night, to some area it might be morning, some it might be afternoon, yet you are connecting. So if I think what the this honorable member did was born out of ignorance. First, he doesn't he's not he's not in this day and age, such people should not be a representative. He knows next to nothing about what it takes to serve the public. That is the first thing. He's not wired enough to be a public servant, let alone a lawmaker, to go and make law for the good governance of Edo State. By the way, if you're executing contract, where is the contractor there? Where is the contractor? Probably nobody, and the person came to investigate a rumor he had. What else do you want the journalist to do? What if he hadn't been there, and then you found out that somebody is right? He said, but did you go there? You had a rumor and then you went to town. Then people will blame you. Say, why not go and investigate? It's like what is going on with PVC. People will come and say this. But when you go to PVC center, like I used to watch one program called Bosunu, what is happening? The guy will go there, you see him talking to them. You can now say, okay, look at, it's not just make believe. So justice should you have to be served. Justice should be served on him anyway. Like George Bush will say, if we can't, how does he say it during Bin Laden's time? So you have to bring him, smoke him out, keep him running, and then bring him to justice. Something like that. He should not go scot free under whatever guise. I totally endorse whatever measure that is taken, because this will serve as a lesson to them. In fact, the people, he should go and take a lesson on what it means, what modern journalism is all about, or serving the people. He should be open. I do not see anything that, in fact, it's even a credit to him that the chap came. He should have called him in, and then, if that's why I'm saying the ignorant, you see, level of ignorance is really pathetic. He should have called him in and said, look, oh yeah, you came to investigate here, and he had told you he had a rumor it was abandoned.
All right, sir.
We said, I want
Thank
to.
you.
That
CM,
is the
thank you.
issue. Yeah. So
Thank you. Thank you
you
very
can,
much.
okay.
Mr. Mobudi, talk to us.
Mr. Leftis.
Yes.
Yes, I would like us to end off this broadcast right now. Coming back again on update on Leftist
Okay.
but we cannot give on this particular program, please. I would like everybody to join us in the next 2 minutes.
Okay.
We have to end this particular program broadcast to give that update on that video. Because if we give it here, people might not have the patience to watch it to this hour. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. I will be ending this right now. Please join us in the next 2 minutes. We're going to be on air again to give out the update on what is currently going on. God bless every one of you. Bye for now.